Okay.
Yeah. So wait. Yeah. So we were talking about my hat.
Yes.
It's so cute, right?
I want one.
I know.
Can y'all see what it says?
It says, "What up, though?"
What up, though?
And if you're from Detroit, you know. And even if you're not from Detroit,
our tan looks amazing, and neither one of us have a
no,
tan.
you have a really good tan. I don't have a tan right now. It's your bronzer. I don't have on any makeup. You look good. You look like you're in Florida.
Oh,
I look like I'm in Detroit.
Girl, I wish. Okay, but yes.
Okay, so here's the thing. So we got to talk about this first, and we haven't even done it. Anyway, I'm Lisa.
I'm Randy.
And this is Sometimes We Talk About Yoga.
And other shit.
And today's the other shit. But we're talking about my hat right now because my girlfriend has a product line called What Up Though? And I can never find a hat to fit my hair. So she made it. Look at the big hole in the back though.
I want her to make me one.
But I have my natural one. She has some. You can just go up to her shop. Yeah.
Does she have her online or her Instagram?
It's on Instagram. It's called it's a Detroit slang.
It's a Detroit slang.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it's What Up Though. Even if you Google that, like you'll find it. She's in Southfield.
Small black businesses.
I know. I got a hoodie and I got everything, but this hat is giving me life. Like, and I want every color. I want a camo one. She just had black. Literally, she texted me.
I need a white one. That would be cute.
She texted me. She was like, I just wanted to see how this first round was gonna do. I said, where you at? I left from where I was and met her at the shop. Oh, that's okay. She can record soon. This wasn't really a real recording, right? We're just gonna leave this as some extras.
Our blooper extra that we'll post.
Yeah, we'll post it. Yeah. So pull it up now since this is a blooper extra. Anyway, because we have to record on what is this called? Anchor. That's what we record on, right? So, but on YouTube, like you'll have it all.
So when we do our podcast, you see us. We're in the car.
Yeah.
We're
with
so
windows down.
Like. No,
in the city.
We're just so grimy with it. We're not even like
so
we have no microphone.
No, did you hear the horn? Somebody just on the horn.
we do what we do. There are people walking by.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're gonna do our intro again for.
So act like
these glasses.
No, you look great in those glasses.
Yeah, these were free. Can you?
Those are free.
Yeah, my sister-in-law texted me. She was like, where did you get those glasses? I was like, I think I ordered something and they threw them in for free. So one of them shops on Instagram, one of them little ads of something, and I was like,
they're really, really cute.
So I can't tell you.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, so we're gonna redo this, like just the intro
just
again.
For this, but we're gonna stick with this. Okay. This is Sometimes We Talk About Yoga
and other shit. I'm Lisa.
I'm Randy.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so we're back.
I know it's been a minute.
Just kidding.
Right, it's been a minute. We've been gone for a minute, but we're back.
Yeah.
So we were talking about my hat, but anyway, it's What Up Though. That's what it says on it, and that's what we say. If you're not from Detroit,
and even
you don't get it. Are right, sometimes you miss it. But that's like the thing. Even I answer my phone. What up though?
Or if you go out of town and somebody says "What up though," you turn around like, "Oh, who was that? They're from Detroit."
Right, that's the first thing we say. That's the first thing we say. I know.
Where you from?
I know.
Okay. And if they're an imposter, you're like, how do you know that?
How do
you even know?
And some people do say it because they know that's our thing. When a lot of artists come to town.
I think West Coast people say "What up though."
No, they don't.
Yeah,
no,
I do.
No,
I do think some West Coast people.
They took that from us then.
Probably some Negro from the hood that moved out west.
It starts to what up. No, that's our thing.
So
even when I answer the phone,
it's so funny because I found a video on my phone. Oh, this is just how like stylish and cool Detroit is. So when we moved back, I was asking my son, I said, what do you like better, Florida or Michigan?
Yeah.
And I said specifically Detroit. And it was so funny. I got to put it on my stories. They were like, Detroit is just like cooler. And I said, what do you mean cooler? And then he was like, you know, the style, the people are cooler. You know, it's just like everybody dresses cooler. And he started talking about that. I was like, this was like a 9-year-old talking about why. Because
he can see it already at his age.
He can feel it.
Yeah.
He can feel it. I thought that was
cute.
dope.
No, that's cute. Okay, so what's our topic today?
Speaking of kids.
So today we're talking about the other shit. It's not so much about yoga, but we're talking about parenting.
Oh my God.
And we're talking about parenting on drugs, right?
Well, to put it bluntly.
Oh.
Pardon the pun. I was saying that parents should smoke weed because this shit is hot, and I don't smoke weed. I've said that, I'll say sometimes like I wish I smoked weed.
I don't know why you don't.
I have lost whole days of time.
No, you've lost whole days in time because of edibles.
And even like token, I've like not been
How
able.
much are you toking?
I don't know. I don't smoke, so I don't know. And it's never like in my older years. It's never a lot. It wouldn't even be like, you know how in college people used to roll blunts and stuff? It wouldn't even be like that. It would be a real true joint.
You know people still roll blunts today though, right?
Why? That's too much weed.
No. But so
too much weed. Is that not too much weed, y'all? That's too much weed.
I don't smoke at that high volume. So that's the thing. Like I smoke but not at a high volume.
That just intimidates the shit out of me.
You don't have to smoke it that hard. You can just hit it once and walk away. You don't have to be what you want to keep going back.
No, I don't know like the inhale capacity. So even if I hit it once, I'm like and that's like, I'm out.
Okay, so you can't do that. You can't do that. It has to be like do you remember in the movie? Damn, it was Eddie Murphy. It was Red Fox.
I know what you're talking
you know
about.
What I'm talking
Harlem
about?
Nights. When they was locked in that thing.
He had the white man locked in there. He was like, take quick breaths. Like that's what you got to do. You got to take quick breaths. You can't just go hard. So, you got to just hit it a little bit. And keep it moving.
And I come from a family of people who partake in the greenery. Yeah. And I have in the past. So it's not. I'm not one of those.
So what do we have to do to get you on our side?
So what I think I should do is visit a dispensary.
Do you have a card?
I know people that do.
Okay.
And tell them, or the person can tell them, this is what I'm experiencing. This is how I have reacted in the past. This is kind of what the level I want to be on.
Yeah, you'll tell me exactly.
This is the level I want to be on, and I don't want to lose 2 days.
Well, excuse me, let me just put this out here. I'm not at the dispensary, but I'm going to tell you, I feel like what the dispensary is going to tell you.
What are they going to tell me?
I'm going to put on my dispensary face.
This is Lisa, the weed expert.
And I wish I had my...
You know, my brother just sent me an article that said why black women need to be in the marijuana industry. And I was like,
yeah,
like we really do. Anyway,
should.
But okay.
I want to hear about that later. Okay,
so what I feel like they're going to tell you... I have no research.
What I feel like they're going to tell you is you need to smoke sativa. Because sativa keeps you more up. Whereas the indica will bring you down. So you shouldn't be smoking the indica.
I have a story.
Okay,
sativa is a yes. You hit it.
Yeah.
So I did go to Amsterdam
a
couple years ago, and we went to the coffee shops, and you know they sell sativa.
Yeah.
That's what they sell. I was fine. I didn't lose any days.
So that's
I was
what
happy.
You need to...
I was
that's my point.
What's the word? Amorous. I was in love. I was
I don't know what that. I've never heard of that word
ooh.
Before. Randy always comes on this shit with these big ass words. And it may not be a big word to you, but I don't know what amorous means. Is that like mi amor? Like,
yes.
Okay,
like
that's
loving.
what it is.
I was
loving.
very,
okay.
This shit is so
That's
gutter.
a truck driving by with people on the back.
I love it. I love how real and raw we are.
Okay.
They're doing a music video or something. On the back of this truck.
They've been recording since I got to work earlier. Okay, anyway, we got distracted. So I'm going to tell you as a dispensary fake representative that you need to be doing sativa.
So can I do that in the pen, or is that
both?
Okay.
In the pen and to smoke it in the flower.
In the flower.
Yeah, that's what they call it, the flower, the weed. Like when they roll, they be like, which flower do you want? Like when it's out.
Sativa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do a taste test and I'll report back to the.
You want to do one now?
No thanks.
Oh, sorry.
No thanks.
We can totally do it now.
But the point is that parenting is hard as fuck, and I wish that that's why I say I joke like I wish I smoked weed, like to take the edge off sometimes.
It does. So because Randy knows that, like, so my days start like at 5:30, 6 o'clock a.m. going, and then I don't end until the evening. But literally by the time like I'm pulling up in the driveway or I'm in the driveway, I'm high from that time until the next morning.
But see, I don't want to be like that.
But let me be clear. I'm not blue out, not like functioning high. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so high.
But most people that I know that smoke are like that. They're
it's just
like,
real chill.
Yeah, it's
just because the day has been,
kill.
It's an even kill. The day has been extremely aggressive. And I have got to be able to come back down, because then once I get back home, then I'm a mom, and I still gotta get stuff together and the kids, and so it becomes intense. And I gotta come down just from my day and things that have been happening. So yes, but I'm thinking you should do it. So yes, parenting is hard as shit.
It's hard as shit.
So let's get into. So how many kids you got?
I have 2 sons.
How old?
Oh, he'll be 12 on Tuesday, girl. That preteen life. And then I have a 9-year-old, 2 boys. How about you?
And they're in
Lisa?
Sports.
They're in academic activities. They're in their Jack and Jill organization.
If that's what the case is, then you know it's still just dropping off, picking up.
And it's a lot of maneuvering schedules. It's a lot of running. And then when I look back, my mom was like a taxi driver, like running me to this class, my brother to this activity, doing this, eating on the road, you know, like.
So my boy said earlier that for the summer, he's a professional jitney for his kids. And that's exactly what it is. You know, especially if you have kids in sports and academics, then you are constantly on the go. On the go. Yeah, and moving. And it's very stressful. On top of trying to manage your health.
Yes.
Your life. Your balance, trying to keep yourself together. Here's another trope, so just totally ignore that. And managing just like you're sexy to make yourself still feel good.
We talk about it. You know, there are things that I've changed since I've gotten older as a parent. But before, like, I don't think I was ever like that bummy mom. That, you know how when people have babies and say, I didn't even get a chance to comb my hair or take a shower today. I've never been like that. But in the last few years, I was like, I'm not going to be in my 40s and one of them moms that just look broke down because they don't pay no attention to themselves ever.
I refuse. I refuse to do it.
You see how bright my damn lipstick
right. And I love the lipstick. So it's all still about this, like with the self-care. So I think that's still, you know, bringing yourself down, and a lot of things that stress us out and make us look older is if we are stressed out. You know, so when you are stressed, the face will get
the lines
and this. So that is one thing that the weed can do for us, is to bring us
relax
down.
my facial muscles.
Relax your facial muscles.
Relax those wrinkles.
Yes.
So you just graduated somebody though.
Who I graduate? Oh shit, that's what she's talking about.
Her own child.
My son. I was like, did I graduate somebody? I'm not a professor. Yes. So my son just graduated from college.
Amazing.
It is. It really is. And I honestly, like, I was telling my clients earlier that is because she was like, listen, you do so much stuff. And I said, but my whole thing has been, though, that me being a mommy is first. And if I fail at being a mommy, nothing else that I do even matters.
It matters. Yep.
So I have to bust my ass to be like the best mommy ever. So he did. He graduated with 3.3, full ride to Michigan State University, you know, degree in finance. He had a full ride.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Full ride for 4 years. Yeah, I know.
Lisa's so fucking humble.
I would be like,
you know, my baby went to school for free. You know, my baby went to school for free. You know, my baby went to school for free. You know, his grades are so good. He went to school for free.
No, here's the thing. So this is what I had to tell. When I tell my kids, like, there's no college fund. Like, this is what I've said to them throughout the whole time. So what you gonna do? Like, so if I put you in a sport and you have good grades, then we got a shot at one, either or both. So, you know, he was a basketball player and a good basketball player, but not good enough to play in college at a college level. But his grades kept him up at that level. Okay. So that's what did it, you know, and it worked out. So it's a blessing.
And he's a nice kid.
A nice kid.
I say kid, he's a young man. He is a nice guy.
He is. He is.
Like, but if he weren't her son, I'd be like, wow, that young man is super nice. He's been raised well. He's been around good energy. He's a nice
But he
young
still
man.
is very challenging. You know, in that same, right? Like, it's hard to be a good mom. And then even when you bust your butt with your kids, that don't mean your kids gonna turn out right. So every bad kid you see doesn't mean they came from a bad parent.
Absolutely not.
You know,
you could say that again. Absolutely
right.
not. Yeah.
And every good kid you see
didn't come from angel parents.
No.
They could have came from shitty
ass parents, but they just found the way to get through the system.
Top.
Yes. But there's always this constant writing, this constant communication, because around that age that your son is now, the 12, I remember TD Jakes had spoke on something, this was years ago, like that you don't want to lose those kids in the turn, and he called it the turn. Yeah, you don't want to lose them in the turn, because, you know, like if you're going around a curb and it's so easy to lose control if you don't have your hands on the wheel, so you can't lose them in the turn during this
it is a very weird time, because I'm extremely close to my kids. I think my kids will call me, if they would recognize one of their best friends. But with technology now, we have to be purposeful in our engagement, because he has an iPhone.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have like Instagram or Facebook, but he has.
We're in the truck. Just ignore it. We in the city.
It's okay. It is what it is. But he has other apps where he's texting and I'm
Okay, we'll put the air on next time.
As real as it gets.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, so and he could really be to himself and his phone, and I don't want to be that get off your phone and talk to me. Like, I want to give him his space, talk to your friends. That's how y'all communicate now. But also, okay, now you got to be with me. You got to be with daddy. You got to be with your brother. You got to be present as a part of the family. So I don't want to lose the idea.
See, and that technology thing is tough too, because between that and then like my younger son, that damn Fortnite and whatever else they do on the Xbox,
everything is interactive now, so they don't even have to. Remember, we had to go over a friend's house to play with them on Nintendo or whatever. They are at their own home on their phone playing with their friend at their friend is at home.
Sidebar, I want a Nintendo. Like, I just want to go back, because I don't know how to use any of that stuff.
I don't either.
So as you know, advanced as I feel as I am as a parent or as an intellectual with like the phones and I don't know how to use gaming systems.
No.
I don't know how to. I've never played it. I don't know how to play it. If I do, I just hit a bunch of buttons, so I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
And I'm okay. I will go back to Nintendo. Like,
yeah,
I want to play Pac-Man.
I want to play Tetris.
Tetris was good. Pac-Man was like, I like Pac-Man.
Good. Zelda. I used to play that one. Yeah.
But so just doing the best that I can is not to jack my kids up.
You just don't want to fuck your kids up.
That's all I can say. I don't want to mess them up. So I'm doing the best that I can, and knowing that I have done some wrong things as a parent.
Yeah.
You know, and I can look back hindsight, especially if you have multiple children, like you have.
So you have a gap in time.
I have a gap in time.
Look at the older,
and say, this is what I did wrong. This is what I should have done better. Oh, I screwed up with you with this, but I've made mistakes with the older and with the younger.
Right? Because
we're human. So I just graciously forgive myself. I apologize to my kids, which
I do too.
I
believe in that.
To them.
I believe in that. I believe in, if you want to raise people who are accountable and respectful, you have to be accountable and respectful. And that means sometimes when you fuck up as a parent, you have to say, I'm sorry.
And so I've apologized. Like, I'm sorry that I put that on you, or that I was that way. I didn't know another way. I knew what I thought was the best, and it wasn't the best. So now I make the differences with my younger one.
So another thing I think, since I've become a parent, well, I've been a parent 12 years now, is I let my parents off the hook for some things. Maybe that I, like, as a teenager or younger kid, judge them on. Like, when I have kids, I'm not doing that. I'm not, you know, how your little kids, you know. And so now as a grown up, I'm like, oh shit.
So look, I know
you're just doing the best you can with what you got. You did an amazing job.
What my mom told me was, Lisa, I did the best she said I did the best that I could with what I knew at that time. And I said, you're right. So as you get older, more wisdom comes and you become a better parent. But for me, the smoking makes me a better parent. Like, I don't think I would be more aggressive or more on edge, and
because you would be snapping,
I would be
popping
snappy
off because you didn't have that come down.
And I don't drink, but I know some people come home and have a glass of wine or have a bottle of wine. But here's the issue. So this is the issue that I have. So let's get into the issues though with the smoking.
Okay.
Is that then I want to eat. And I don't know, I just want to put this out there. I don't know if the weed makes me hungry, or if food just tastes better when I'm high.
It could be a combination of both, because it is an appetite stimulant.
But I don't know which one it is. But either way, I do want to eat. And then I push my belly into higher extremes than I would normally push it to. No,
She called me one day and was like, I ate 2 rows of Oreos. I've never eaten another Oreo in my life.
And because it just seems like in that moment that everything just tastes the best. So what now I have to do is that, and I had to fall back, like, because I had put on some weight, like my stomach already with.
I know people who smoke in my family that don't get hungry, that don't get the munchies.
This is my point. I don't know if it's the munchies or if I just want to eat because
it
food tastes
good.
better. Yeah.
Remember we talked about we were going to try the high yoga? So maybe if I get some sativa, we could
So the class we took together, yes.
Okay. Oh.
So this is what y'all don't know. So yesterday, my girl Selena.
Hey Selena,
taught a class. And
we both went.
We met each other up there. Oh, you know what? We're going to class tonight. Okay, so back up.
Okay.
Selena taught a class, and I smoked before class.
Yes.
That was my first time taking a class high.
First ever?
First ever. It was good.
Okay.
It was good. Like, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
So I think tonight, our other girl, Keisha, she's teaching a class tonight because today is International Yoga Day.
Yeah, and it's also
gosh!
Summer solstice.
Summer solstice. That should have
so
been the
much
intro.
Going on
Yeah,
for
I
yogis
forgot
in
about
Detroit.
that. Yeah, today is
much.
International Yoga Day, summer solstice. So we're gonna be doing yoga outside in the park.
Yep.
And I'm gonna smoke before we do it tonight.
So what's your preferred? Is it smoking or edibles?
I'm not a fan of edibles.
No? Why not?
I've only had them one time. And so
what
I
did you
shouldn't say
have?
that. I don't even know what I had. Do you know how somebody just like...
Here's like a gummy or
take
piece
a
of
piece
candy?
of this.
Or
It was a piece of a gummy.
Okay.
But I was stuck for like 6 hours.
So here's my problem.
Stuck.
I have had edibles.
Yeah.
And probably too many in a short period of time. And so once they caught up, I'm like any of those memes that you've seen where it's like, I'm just like a zombie for days.
See, no, and I don't like that because I don't like that feeling. No, it's not. And so that's why I think that's keeping you from smoking. Smoking is not an edible. Oh, do you hear my stomach? It's growling. So here's it's growling. I don't know if you guys heard it.
They didn't.
Oh, they didn't hear it.
I hope not.
It's growling because I do this intermittent fasting.
Me too. What time are you done?
So here's the thing. I never have a time. You know.
Oh, I do that. Otherwise
I don't schedule. Do you hear it?
I hear it.
So my last meal was like at 7 last night.
You're doing long fasting.
I'm doing long fasting.
Mine is 5:30, not eating after 5:30 and not eating before 9:30.
Yeah. No, this is long.
So you're doing like 12 hours plus.
Yes. Yeah. So that's
that shit is not easy. We got missions like
we got missions. Look, and because it helps, and so then this is how I justify it too. The reason why I'm doing this, since we're speaking about parenting and edibles and eating, is because I like to save the meal for the nighttime. So tonight, when I get home,
after you do your pen,
after I smoke, what the fuck?
You're gonna eat a nice ass meal.
Great. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
So I try to fast. I don't have a cutoff time. I fast until I feel like it. Okay. So like if the day becomes more active,
then you'll pick up something.
Then I'll pick up something, right? But because the day, like I only had one client today. My other client, one of my clients canceled. The other client thought he was at one time. Was like, so it wasn't real active for me today.
Yeah. So
but if I have too many clients, then I need to eat. But I'll probably eat something a little bit before the class tonight, just so I don't get sick. Because I don't want to be in the sun and sweating and get sick in the sun because I need something. Okay.
Well, have you always smoked?
What do you call always?
Like, okay, so since the first, like maybe, I don't know. I don't want to ask too many questions that might incriminate you or the other innocents. But okay, so say you were exposed to high school or whatever.
I never smoked in high school. I smoked when I first went away to college. Okay. But I went away to college, what was I, like 17, 18?
And then, so did you continue or did you take breaks?
I took a break. After, I went real hard in college, and then I came home and then, popped out these kids, and then I chilled for a while because this was the problem. Before there was any real fine lines defined on what type of weed you needed to smoke. So,
like all of the different strains and all of the different...
That wasn't that clear in the 90s. Do you know, that? Oh, and if it was clear, it wasn't clear to my community, meaning me. Yeah. So it would make me so noited.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, I would just be so noited, and so I didn't like that.
All of the side effects from old school smoking, the paranoia, the munchies, the just losing periods of time, just being out of it for.
So that was why I stopped smoking, and then I would just do the wine. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just do the wine now and I'll be fine. But one thing about the wine is that it's a lot of calories with the wine.
It's a lot of calories, and if you enjoy wine, it's very easy to go from one glass to a bottle.
This is my point.
It's like 4.5 glasses in a bottle. So if you're just at home chilling, doing whatever, and you keep topping yourself off, you look up and
that's my point.
It happens.
So whether I'm
now those calories are like, and it's evening time, so they're just, you have not worked them out. No, it's just sitting there.
No.
And what's this gland that I talked about?
Is that the pituitary?
The pituitary?
Is that the pituitary? Pineal.
Okay. Oh, I say it wrong.
I know
pineal. What do I say? Pineal? I don't know.
Yeah, it's the pineal.
But I read something that pissed me off. That wine does it shrinks that gland.
But we don't want that because
no,
right here.
Yeah, so it shrinks that gland.
Oh well, no, let's not do that.
It makes it small, so that's why if you know people who are spiritually connected, they don't really drink. They'll probably smoke more often than that, but they don't really drink.
And then when I smoke, I just feel more like, ooh, like I'm trying to get to a higher realm.
Do all your kids know you smoke?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so then that part is weird too.
Yeah.
Is that once you get of that age, when do you smoke with your kids? And it took me a moment because I felt extremely uncomfortable because my son smokes.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like, okay, what do I do? And then, sometimes he would pull up. Now, mind you, my son would be 23.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I'm like, no, that's not right. And then he would ask his godmothers and they would be like, I'm your auntie boy. But now we're like, okay, like, and it happened one day.
I spoke with my mom and dad before.
It happened.
Back in the day.
He was in the driveway. I pulled up. I was about to do it anyway, and I felt weird. He was like,
but
"Hey,
mine
Mom."
was technically not with them. It was they
No,
had
mine
a
was
little
straight with
joint,
them.
and they were like, "We have this thing," and I was like, "Oh, can I have it?" And then I proceeded to get in their bed and go to sleep.
It was just straight. Like I just looked at him and I was like, I just got to get this out of the way, and so I just let it be.
Yeah,
it was uncomfortable because my reality is like my dad has never drank or smoked in his life. My mom drinks. I don't know if she smokes, like I'm not clear about it or aware of it. I didn't come from a family that was popular. Some people come from people that are smokers, are very open about it. It's not a big deal. I didn't come from that.
And then passed the blunt at 13.
Right.
You passed the pipe at 13.
Yeah. So for me, it was weird, and I didn't want to do it. Like there were times I was like, I don't want to cross that line.
Yeah.
But then at this point, I'm like, okay, forget it. He's grown. I'm grown. Now, do we smoke together regularly? No. And it's just because
that's your come down thing. Yeah. And you might do it for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's not like, no.
And usually, like, if I do, like, I'm just chilling. I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
Or like last night, we just having conversations and you passing
taking
it back
yoga.
and forth.
You took yoga.
So tonight, that's what I want to do before class.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to, join me. And if not, just know when I walk up,
I will report back.
I'll be high. I think we should have a recording, like after, even if it's just like, it doesn't have to be a whole podcast.
That will probably be our number one listen to and watch podcast.
It doesn't even have
I will probably be a stone cold fool.
It doesn't even have to be like a full 30 minutes or anything like that. It could just be a quick 10 minutes, kind of just like, so I just did yoga high and this is what happened.
That's amazing. Okay, I'll report back.
Yeah, report back.
Because you think it makes you a better parent?
I do.
Yes.
I think it makes me a better parent. Let me put this out here because I've always been open about anxiety, depression, different things that I deal with. So it helps me with all of those things. It helps me with the anxiety. It helps me with the depression.
Yeah.
And both of those things, it keeps me more up, more stimulated, not so... and those worry things, like they just kind of float away. Whatever you want to call it, THC, CBD, whatever the fuck it is that I'm in, that I'm smoking, makes me feel better. Life isn't so dark with it.
And for me, it's like those times where that type A part of my personality comes out, and then I'm so wound up because there's so much going on, and I feel like on edge about everything. That would probably benefit me, those moments when I'm like about to like
it's cool, it's not a big deal, right? And that's...
I have no inhibitions about it other than what it has done to me physically. I don't have any hang-ups or social hang-ups.
But I feel like you OD'd, and because you OD'd, now you don't want to go
totally
back.
OD'd.
No, I'm serious. Like, I feel
totally
like you OD'd, so now you're scared to go back.
Heck
but
yeah.
But it's not the edible. It's not like this whole thing.
It's
just
a control
head
thing. It's a control thing. And so this is our we will bring some yoga into it's the release and control and letting stuff be, but that's something I work on all the time. It's release and control. So this is
why you have to do it.
And that's why I don't, because I don't feel in control. Right?
Randy, no, but see, this is why you have to do it. That's another reason why I want to do it too. And I said I was going to do this. I reached out to my boy earlier because we were even talking about like mushrooms and microdosing and stuff with mushrooms. That? Yeah, well, that's a whole nother podcast.
Okay.
But we were talking about that just to help open yourself more, like creativity and be focused and things. And I thought, because, you know, sometimes people will just breathe, deep breathing, or just deep ujjayi pranayama breaths, which is like this full deep inhale and exhale to get them through this level of relaxation, level of meditation.
Okay.
So then my question is going to be, my nose keeps itching because it's damn pollen out here. The windows are down. But my question is that if I smoke and then go to like this meditative state, my reader thinks that I'll hit an extra plane. You know, I mean a consciousness level of plane when I say that. Like, I'm not talking about like plane in the sky. I'm talking about hitting another level of consciousness is what I'm trying to hit.
Which is what, if you're not trying to do that, what are we here for?
What are we here for? But so many people aren't trying to do that.
Well,
right. So many people aren't trying to
do
that. So that's my next thing that I want to do is that I want to like really smoke, and then I just want to sit and breathe at this meditative state for like an hour of meditation.
I swear to God, this sounds like a Janae Aiko song.
And
everything
I
we're
love
talking,
her.
don't we? Everything we're talking about, it's just like I feel like I just feel her playing in my head. Like, okay, this is the shit she be on when she's singing about
Sativa. She had a song called Sativa. So I do think that when
parents would be more laid back.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking for myself.
I saw that video that there was some controversy, like I don't know how many months ago, but within the last year on social media, because it was a video of Wiz Khalifa brushing his son's hair, and his son is like 5 or 6, and he's like, "Ow, daddy, you're hurting me." But the son he wasn't rude or anything, but he was just like, "Ow, stop." And you know, some people was like, he needs to whoop his ass, he don't talk to his parents like that. But Wiz was so chill, and he was like, "No, son, I got this, I'm your dad, turn around, don't use that tone of voice with me." He was so chill.
Isn't that so dope?
But I thought it was beautiful because I was like, we need to understand tender moments. But other people ruined it and said it's because he was fucking high.
No, listen. And it's okay if he was high.
Yeah, but it was a tender, loving moment.
Here's the other dark side to it, is that so many of us were raised with parents on the edge, parents angry, parents dealing with psychological abuse, issues they haven't rectified. And so it comes out to you as this always being this angry
aggressive, angry parent.
And so it's like, no, shut the fuck up. Oh, no.
Don't talk to me.
And it becomes this when it doesn't have to be that. It can be a teachable moment. Everything doesn't have to come with yelling, screaming, cursing, or aggressiveness behind it to make a point clear. It just doesn't have to be like that.
So I feel like you've managed it because you do what you do during the day, and then you have your set time in the evening where you come down. So do you feel like there are days where you just like all day? Like, I feel like that's a parent that maybe takes it too far. The same kind of parent like maybe drink too much.
Let me just say this. I can't do it all day because I have to function.
Yes.
And I have to function at a cool rate. And so it doesn't work like to go to work or to do my clients. I don't want to be at that level when I'm doing it because I'm working. So for me, it's my come down. So I'm not that smoker that smokes all day. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But if I have a stressful moment during the day and I'm having a challenging time coming down, I'll hit it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, my nose won't stop itching. Go ahead.
Okay, we have an announcement.
Oh, yeah. Shit, announcement. What up, though?
And what up, though? We will be doing a live podcast next Saturday. After Erin teaches her yoga class.
Yes.
And it's part of the Detroit Podcast Festival. So if you go to the website, Detroit Pod, podcastfest.com. You can buy your ticket.
Oh no, our Instagram. They can go to our Instagram.
We both have it on our Instagram
and just click the link
bios.
in our bios.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you can purchase a ticket for the yoga, and then the bonus is live communication with us.
But you know what? I really want people. Can you send us any podcast idea topics that you want to discuss that day? Like that you want us to discuss that day?
Absolutely.
So come join us. It'll be a live audience. We'll be doing our podcast, and then Erin's teaching a yoga class. So
and she's amazing.
And she's really, really good, right? And she's really, really chill.
And it's at our favorite place.
The elevator building.
At our favorite
It's where
place.
we're recording at right now. So join us and send us your info. This is July 29th.
Yep,
It's a
next
Saturday, 10:30 a.m.
Yep.
I think Erin's class starts. I think doors open like at 10.
Yep.
Erin's class is at 10:30, and our podcast is probably like at 11.
Yeah,
11:30.
so.
Yeah, something like that. But join us for the whole day. Tickets link in bio.
Love you guys. We'll chat soon. Send us ideas, please.
And bye-bye. And get
Bye.
high. Get high.
And get high. You'll be a better parent for it.